Welcome back, everyone. Ready to do a little myth busting?
Always up for that.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of comfort food.
Ah, yeah, those classic dishes that we all know and love.
But there are all those little tips and tricks that get passed down
Right.
about how to make them the absolute best they can be.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to put those to the test today and see if they're really true or just culinary folklore.
I love it.
So I've got to confess,
Yeah.
for years, I totally believed that rinsing your pasta after draining it would prevent it from sticking.
Oh yeah, that's a common one.
My grandma swore by it so naturally.
Of course.
I did too, but was I really giving my pasta a cold shower for no reason?
It's funny because rinsing your pasta actually washes away some of the starch.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that starch is actually what helps the sauce cling to it.
So I was actually making my pasta less saucy.
In a way. Yeah.
Wow, learn something new every day.
Exactly. So skip the rinse. Save that water for your plants, maybe.
Good tip.
And just give your pasta a good toss with a little bit of that reserved pasta water.
Oh yeah, that starchy water gold.
That's the stuff.
Okay, so another myth that I fell for, hook, line, and sinker.
Okay, tell me.
Adding oil to my pasta water to stop it from sticking.
Ah, yes, the classic oil slick.
I thought I was being so clever, but it turns out...
Well, the oil just kind of floats on top of the water,
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't really interact much with the pasta itself.
It's not doing anything.
Not really. The best way to prevent sticking is to use a large pot.
Okay.
Plenty of water, like at least 6 quarts for a pound of pasta.
6 quarts, wow.
And a vigorous boil before you add the pasta. That's key.
Noted.
All right.
Okay, so let's tackle a big one. Searing meat. Does it really lock in the juices?
This is the one everyone always debates about.
Right.
It's a good one. So the idea of searing, sealing in moisture, it's a myth.
Really?
Yeah, the truth is a little more complex. What searing really does is create that delicious brown crust and that intense savory taste we all love.
I do love a good crust.
Absolutely. And it's all thanks to something called the Maillard reaction.
The Maillard reaction.
Yeah, it's a chemical process that happens when amino acids and sugars in the meat react to high heat.
So it's chemistry that makes it taste so good.
It's all chemistry in the end, right?
I guess so.
But this reaction creates hundreds of new flavor compounds.
Wow.
Giving you that amazing seared flavor.
So it's all about the flavor, not really about locking in moisture.
Exactly.
That makes so much more sense.
And the Maillard reaction isn't just limited to meat.
It's not.
No, you get it with bread, vegetables, even coffee.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
Okay, so this whole deep dive is making me rethink all my cooking techniques.
That's what we like to hear.
Another myth I've always wondered about is adding cold water to mashed potatoes to make them fluffier.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting one.
So is there any truth to that?
Well, the reasoning behind it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
The idea is that the cold water helps cool the potatoes down quickly, which stops them from getting gummy.
I can see that.
But adding cold water can actually dilute the flavor and make the potatoes denser.
So what should you do instead?
Use warm or room temperature water
Okay.
and avoid overmixing the potatoes.
Gentle mixing is the key.
Exactly.
Got it. This is all so helpful. I feel like you've unlocked a whole new level of cooking for me.
I'm glad to hear that.
So for anyone listening who might be questioning everything they thought they knew about cooking,
Yeah.
what's one final takeaway you'd leave them with?
I'd say don't be afraid to experiment in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Challenge those old beliefs. Trust your taste buds, and most importantly, have fun with it.
So well said.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe we'll all discover some new twists on our old favorites along the way.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into comfort food myths.
It was my pleasure.
And happy cooking, everyone.
See ya.